What's up, Bomb Squad? It's TNT episode 86. We have a Thursday show on a Sunday, U.S. Open Sunday. Special guest, big guest. Give him a round of applause, Tones. Clap. Rob.
Hey.
Yeah.
How are you?
Just Rob. Well, Rob of the MGSM podcast fame.
Yeah, sure. If fame is the word. Yeah.
We'll find a nickname for Rob somewhere naturally during the show. I'm sure, like Paulie Sirloins.
Yeah. We had Caridion. We were doing Game of Thrones. He went by Paulie Sirloins.
Paulie Sirloins.
I haven't spoken to Caridion in so long. I hope he's doing well.
Yeah, he's not. He's not. No, Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
Thrones was awful, and it was us just talking about how bad it was for four podcasts.
Thrones killed him.
I tried to keep a pseudo optimistic standpoint.
Same, but he tore you right down because he knew more than I did, and I was like, "Fuck, he's right." It was awful.
Yeah, we did a show on that too. We're actually going to do another one, like a full month. Like we had a full month to sit on it. Like all of us, there's 4 of us on our show, and generally, like we're for the most part, like so one of us, one of the 4 had read all the books, all the prequel books, all the Song of Ice and Fire books.
A nerd.
Everything. Yeah. He was way into it. I started reading the prequel books. So like, but the person I'm referencing is Tiago, his name is. He was okay with it. He was just like, everything was so rushed. And because it was rushed, it had so many issues that are just stemmed to being rushed. So for me, like my only criticism really is that it was rushed because any other issue stems from that.
Yeah, that's all we talked about. In fact, that was the point. That was we talked about for hours. Is that it was rushed?
I didn't hate where it ended up. It's just how fast it got there and how things were unexplained.
Right.
Like, and that's DB Weiss or D&D, whatever the fuck their names are. That's their fault. Because HBO wanted to do a full season. They wanted to do another season. But
they did.
But they're like, no, we just want to do this one. Like, okay, fine, let's do a full season. No, 6 episodes. Why? Yeah. There's no point. They want to blame Star Wars. That's why.
You know who I blame? Exactly. You just said it. I'm not a Star Wars guy. I haven't seen a single one except for Attack of the Clones and maybe one more. It was because people had birthdays at movie theaters. So that's why I saw it. Like I never sat down and actually watched Star Wars. So I'm gonna blame this stupid shit Star Wars fucking nerds out there for fucking Game of Thrones getting messed up.
I will say I'm excited to see the Star Wars because like except for the bullshit that they released prior to Game of Thrones, I'm excited to see them like take a story from start to finish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like everybody complained like, oh, the second the books were over, they trashed the show. Well,
I bet you, Rob, that they're going to have Game of Thrones in their mind the entire time they're directing Star Wars.
We fucked up.
We fucked up the entire way they're fucking doing that show.
Maybe. And that might actually make it better. So I don't know.
It's probably going to make it terrible.
Or it can make it terrible. I don't know. I'm trying to keep optimistic about it.
Screw those assholes. I'm done talking about Thrones. I didn't mean for this to come up. Fuck that shit. Fuck them.
Yeah.
All right. So Thursday show, we have world famous segments and we have our classic 4-pack talking flicks. It's been a while. You'll learn, Rob. Rob's got a soundboard. We just found out. We had no idea. So now our sound effects could be live down the road. Can you hit him with the Jesus Christ? Do you have that?
Oh yeah, sure.
Jesus Christ.
That's awesome. That's going to be huge.
Yeah, apparently he's a wizard.
Hired to make him come.
We're going to build that up. It's going to be fucking chaos with the soundbite. It's going to be fantastic. But
yeah. All
right, let's dive in. But before we do with the segments, we got some bad news, Tones and Rob.
Oh no. What happened? What happened?
OJ Simpson has a Twitter.
Really? Oh, that's gold.
No news story to report, like no headlines. I mean, I could get one, but like, who cares? It's just he's there, and it's ridiculous. He's a murderer of 2 people.
That's cool though. That's like fuck, man. That's like giving Charles Manson a Twitter. Like, I want to hear it.
Definitely be interesting.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, sure, I would too. But if he's in jail, maximum security for sure. But like, if he's just out in the open, I don't want to hear his thoughts. He got away with double murder. That prick.
Did you see the video he made? He's saying he has a lot of getting back to do at people. Like, what does that mean?
I did see that. What the fuck?
What kind of getting back are we talking about here? I mean,
for a guy that slipped away from 2 murders, like he's got some serious balls. I could respect that in a person. I gotta say, I respect OJ Simpson.
Make that a sound clip.
Oh man, no way.
I do want to say it should definitely be interesting. Kind of like, I don't know if you follow Jose Canseco. Like, obviously he's not a double murderer, but he's a fucking lunatic in his own right. Like, just seeing what he has to say about things, like that could be kind of interesting. You see what kind of fucked up takes he has, but yeah, this is bad. I don't know, because I mean, who's to say if someone says something mean to him, he just doesn't get in his white Bronco and drive over there.
The bottom. Well, I mean, like, who's to say it wouldn't happen? But I mean, like, what good is there for the world to let him just like say his thoughts on Twitter all the time? Well, like OJ's like speaking like, like, by God, like, I'm alive today, like prayer, and then quotes like a gospel or something like that. And people are like, dude, what are you grateful that you got away with it like so much? You're doing this, but like, he's not that guy. He's not Ray Lewis. He was in jail this whole time for what? Stolen memorabilia?
Yeah, something like that.
Not the two murders.
Yeah. Right.
Which he's clearly guilty of, and now he's just out there and he's just gonna we're just gonna be hearing his thoughts.
Well, what's that show on Netflix where the FBI goes into the jails and they figure out the mindset of these serial killers? It's kind of like that, except without the FBI.
Is that
now everybody's doing that job now?
Yeah, the old true crime thing. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's just like a stream of consciousness to see inside the head of a fucking murderer. I guess that's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm signed up. That's cool.
You guys are looking too far into it. Yeah, no, he's dick. Like, he should. It's just absurd that he's like, I have to hear from him now. Like, even if you don't follow him, he's just gonna be retweeted, and like whatever he says is gonna be fucking huge.
So
dick.
I got a bigger question. What do you do if he follows you?
You follow him back.
You follow back, obviously.
100%.
And then you post out a photo showing all your
follows
friends.
me.
Yo, OJ Simpson follows me. I'm famous. And
you'll be like double thinking every tweet you send out. Like, I just don't want to offend OJ. Like, I don't want to piss him off.
Rob, one time Deion Sanders' son was on Twitter and he was saying, if you play me in Madden, DM me. It's $25 for a charity and I'll play you. So I DM'd him and I was like, I'll play you, even though I'm terrible. But if you do this, you have to retweet like our fucking podcast tweet.
He did?
And he did. And then his dad, Deion Sanders, who has like 3 million followers, was on auto retweet. So we got retweeted by Deion Sanders. And me and sons were freaking out and went through like a roller coaster like, 2 million people might see this. What did we say?
That's so funny.
But then Deion Sanders deleted it like,
took it down like 15
minutes later.
Oh,
they probably listened to the intro and they're just like, no way.
They're talking about Jews and all this.
Talking about Jews at Restaurant Depot and Tons are just fired up. Oh man. But yeah, fuck you, OJ Simpson. I don't know. Hopefully this will happen again. Let's get to segments. Hit it, Taylor Hicks. All right. So we have an Ask a Gay from cousin J Mac.
Yes.
This is so when's like so we were supposed to record for like 3 weeks, I feel like.
Yeah, it feels like that. So let me give you a little background while I send it over to you. So he texted me out of the blue, picture he had seen on Facebook or Instagram or something, and him and his wife were arguing over whether it was offensive to gay people or not. So I'm going to send it to you right now. I want to get your live genuine reaction. I'll send it to you too, Rob.
I'm probably
we're talking
all right,
about.
The message has been received.
All right.
Oh boy. Nah, it's fine.
Yeah. Like just between, I mean, the fact that
she just saw that and took a picture.
Well, they saw it on social media. I don't know if like a meme account or something. But so basically, for the viewers at home, it's a balloon.
Oh, that's hilarious!
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
A big
How
shit.
is that
It's a shit emoji with the rainbow colors.
Yeah, with the rainbow, and then the caption: "This is the gayest shit I've ever seen."
No,
that's
so this
hilarious.
See, J Mac thought it was funny, but his wife thought it could be offensive to gay people.
Let me answer the question.
Yeah,
let me answer the question.
That's the world we're living in.
This is the answer to that question. First of all, remember a few episodes ago we had to bring it back, and you brought back. I like to call things gay, not in an offensive way, but just be like, yeah, that's gay. That's the Yankees game is delayed. That's fucking gay. That's fucking fine. You know,
honestly, like at this point, I feel like that is even funnier now. Like that saying that shit, like it's like it has a funnier connotation to it now. You know, in such a less offensive way now. You know, than it always was.
And yeah, people freaking out about that should not be freaking out about it. That's the point. So if you say like I could take a picture of fucking like I don't know, give me an example, Aquaman, and it's like this is the gayest fucking thing I've ever seen. I've seen gay. So it's just an exaggeration. It's just like it's just fucking small talk. It's small talk like habit, and it's fine. You know, keep it in there. So therefore, this is the gay. It's not like he's looking at the poop that's covered with rainbow pride colors, and he's saying this is the gayest shit I've ever seen. He's saying like, those gays. Like, this fucking stupid balloon. It's a turd emoji. Christ
yeah.
Over food. So, food shopping. Who put
yeah. That's what I was kind of. You're like, you're in a like supermarket, a shop, right? Like, why is there a poop balloon? Like, it just doesn't make sense. I don't know. Emojis. I get that it's Pride Month, but then like, what does poop have to do with gay pride? That's the other thing. So maybe that's offensive. The fact that they're like trying to say that, I don't know, maybe because they do butt stuff, there's like poop involved, and you know, I don't know. I'm just trying to like think of why you'd use a poop emoji and turn it into a rainbow.
Oh my God! Speaking of butt stuff and poop involved in the gay, do you remember the old video about the Uganda guy? The Uganda fucking, I guess he was like a minister or something, and he's sitting in this like community hall, and he's like, and they ate the popo. This ridiculous fucking dude, and making these absurd claims. Yeah. He's just saying anyone who's gay like eats shit. Basically, we're just like,
he's not wrong. Yeah, let me ask you a question, Rob. If you were to go sit down in the toilet right now and like wipe your ass, there'd probably be something, right?
Well, I got a forest back there, dog. You could get lost.
Same. That's the point. Yeah, for men, you wipe. It's never. So he's not wrong, but like not every like. Put your mouth between two cheeks. Like I'm not all about that. Like that's tough, but. Sometimes you have to do it. Other people like it. I'm just like, that's a pooper. Like, you know. No thanks.
It's not like you're sitting there with like a turd on a plate, like a knife and fork eating shit. But yeah, you probably have eaten shit at some point.
It's like dust shits on like the end of the hairs. You know?
Particles, you know.
Particles. Yeah. That's the word. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Okay. Rob, you have any gay questions?
Oh yeah. Ask away, Rob.
Not really.
Anything you've ever wondered, you don't have to worry about people being offended by?
Yeah, we covered some topics on here.
Okay. I don't know. I have no idea.
We've pretty much.
This is a question because like I have some gay friends that are, and then some gay friends that aren't. Are you offended by the F word? Where's your stance on the F word?
I don't like it.
You don't like
only
it
because of the way that the word, I've said this a million times, just the way that the word was designed. Big F, 2 G's and a T is like, I don't know. That's like
it's harsh.
Word,
yeah. It's like saying the N word with a hard R.
Yes.
Yeah. A different background.
But I never
really
what I mean. It wasn't as oppressive. I mean, I don't know. I can't speak on that term, but yeah, it was that word. If you can use it in a way like you call people gay, or you're just like, it's gay.
It's kind of
you're just saying like you're playing Call of Duty and you're just like, faggot, you know? The guy shot me. I'm not gonna sit here and get pissed and moan at it.
Yeah.
You look me in the eyes and call me a faggot, I'm gonna be like, you dick.
Yeah. I hear you. Okay, good. Yeah. That's a reasonable. That's like you gave me a very neutral response there.
I'm not the best gay guy, to be honest, Rob. I'm really like not that's why I've been single forever, even though it came out. It's like I don't get along with anybody. Like,
that's cool, man. I don't like to leave my
movie,
house, so.
Sister Act 2. I'm just like, this thanks for coming. Get out. That movie sucked.
Yeah.
It's like in Boondock Saints when what's his name? William Dafoe. It's like the guy's trying to cuddle with him. Like, what are you, a fag? Like,
80s is just off limits. You know, if you're getting offended from anything in the 80s, then you're an asshole. Like, it was, you know, disco was fading out and cocaine was coming in with Metallica, and people were just like in the
pretty
mix.
heavy. Yeah, that was heavy metal, man. All of it.
All right, let's get to our second segment here, which is Atone's Bones. Can I go first? Because I have so many fucking bones. It's ridiculous.
Absolutely.
First of all, the air conditioner is broken in my apartment right now.
Still?
So we found out that the compressor is alive, but the fan motor is dead. So I can get some air in, but like there's no fan blowing it. So the thermometer reads 80 degrees right now. It's horrible.
I'll just say you look
So I have
all
all the
red.
windows
I thought maybe you got sunburn, but you're just like overheating. That's what it is right now.
It's a combination of sunburn and just me being very hot right now. That's why I'm drinking so many ice cold beers.
Nice.
Just trying to pretend that the air conditioning is working.
Lined up in the back.
Yeah.
Got a couple back there.
I got on deck circle in the hole. And then so the guys come over to look at it, right? So that they're the ones who diagnosed that. And they said, oh yeah, so your fan motor's broken. We have to replace it. And they were like, we have to call your landlord to make sure we can do it. They call, goes to voicemail. They're just like, well, we don't have approval. So see you later. And I was like, fuck. All right. Like, sorry. Can you like, I can give you approval maybe? And they're like, no. So they left. And then I had to go home for the weekend. And there's nothing that could be done until like tomorrow at least.
Damn.
But anyway, so that's happening. The second fucking thing, that's the biggest thing, this stupid fucking city. This stupid, awful city of Baltimore, the worst city in the goddamn planet. We're under a ransomware attack. We're being held hostage for 13 Bitcoin. Legit.
Oh, they upped it?
12 or 13. It's
Okay.
it's somewhere between 10 and 15 Bitcoin. Either way, it's like it looks stupid, but it's worth like 400 grand US dollars. We don't negotiate with terrorists in this country, do we? No.
It's rule number 1 in the Constitution.
These fucking idiots who let this happen, they can't fucking like. You can't pay parking tickets online. You can't do anything government related in this city right now. Like you can't go to Baltimore City website and like do shit for that you owe to the city. So they just anyway keep giving you parking tickets. I can't go get a parking pass because the fucking DMV is shut down. So even though I can't get a parking pass every single day, I've gotten a ticket for $52 for 2 fucking weeks. I owe them like 13 grand. It's one fucking thing to get a parking ticket and fucking pay it, but it's another one to just fucking keep serving them up while you can't pay it because the stupid fucking city is being held by cyber terrorists that we will not pay 12 Bitcoin. I'm just going to get tickets to the end of time. I can't just sit here and give you $2,000. I can give you $52 at a time, but this is going to murder me. I'm going to have to fucking like move out and hide.
So wait, the asking price here is 12 Bitcoin.
Yeah, terrorists. Yeah.
So, I mean, like Baltimore doesn't have 100 grand to cough up.
Apparently not.
Well, it's the fact that they don't negotiate with
We don't negotiate with terrorists. It doesn't matter. That's the point.
What are you gonna do, dude? The quote unquote terrorists could be coming from like Baltimore. They're not. They're just
or they
fucking
could be
like
coming from Russia or
dickhead
China.
kids.
Listen,
dude,
for
12 Bitcoin,
I need the terrorists to win at this point.
Once
the terrorists lose, I have to pay these fucking tickets. But until they fucking like, if they're not giving up, I don't have to pay any of these tickets because I physically can't.
You just need to hold them hostage until you can move.
Dude, this feels like Dr. Evil when he came back from back in time and he's like, I'm gonna blow the world if you don't give me $1 million.
The Baltimore council,
12?
The council was just like, they're like, what's the ransom? They're like 12 Bitcoin. They're like, what the fuck is that? They have to like go through the conversion. It's like 400,000 USD. And
yeah.
Like, it's ridiculous. That's how you have to negotiate. Like, I don't know if you guys know anything about, like terrorism in the crypto world, but I do.
No.
Because I'm living in it. You can't pay them cash. You got to send them the Bitcoin.
It's anonymous.
Yeah,
but they won't. I mean, as long as they don't get them, I don't have to pay for these fucking tickets. But if I do, like, I have to run. I have to escape the city.
It's really funny that the parking ticket system is like the biggest thing that's holding people back right now.
It's not, they can't even digitally put in the parking ticket. All of them are handwritten now because they can't fucking do them electronically. So, and then like, there's just some guy who knows I'm bait out there without a parking pass and just comes every day. I have a fucking sign I could take a picture of that I have in my window now saying, stop giving me fucking tickets. I fucking live here. And I have all of my tickets lined up on the windshield. There's like 9 of them.
That's so annoying. Damn.
If you're a cop,
that really sucks,
see that and you're going to give me a ticket, you're a fucking prick. You better not let me catch you. Like, you fucking see this shit? You're going to give me a ticket right now? But anyway.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's the bone. Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. It's a bone worth picking.
Yeah.
So I got a bone with some more Indians. Always comes back to the Indians. There's not even work related, this one. So I guess I have a couple Indian neighbors down the street, and there must have been some kind of wedding they were having last night because they had a giant tent. And Rob, you know my street. It's kind of like a long, windy street.
Yeah.
Like half the street was double parked with cars on each side. for people going to this fucking wedding. There was license plates from Ontario, Ohio, fucking Jersey, everywhere, all across the fucking world. Basically, there was people showing up to this thing, and they were playing this loud, horrible Indian music, like like the like whatever the fuck it is called. And I see them all walking down the street in their saris and their fucking turbans and everything, and they were up like partying until like midnight. And like I was up early yesterday, and I was like tired. I just wanted to go to bed, and they're just playing their god awful music so loud. Like,
can I stop you there before you continue? That whole thing you just said wasn't over the line. So that's.
I wish I had fucking.
We'll
John
get it
Goodman.
to you.
I wish I had John Goodman.
That's
Rob, if you didn't know, what happens is if you end up racking up 7 over-the-line statements, you have to pick out of a hat for a punishment. So we have electric nipple shockers. Mm-hmm. We have you have to eat a whole bag of Pop Rocks, drink a bottle of Coca-Cola. Yep. You had to eat a ghost pepper tones.
I ate like 3 ghost peppers.
Yeah. Ooh, I like that. I like that there's a punishment system. That's cool.
Yeah, no, you can't just like say whatever you want.
I dig that. I think that should transfer to social media in like today's day and age.
It's called accountability
for people
Rob.
that say shit. Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's what the world lost accountability a long time.
So you can say what you want, but there are going to be consequences.
There's going to be consequences.
Like I had to eat 2 bananas and chug a Sprite, and it's supposed to make you throw up, but I didn't throw up.
Tones is impossible.
I had a stomach ache the entire day.
The nipple
shock.
This thing's a steel trap.
Works, but
damn, I like that system.
Here, hold on, give me a second.
Wait,
right there.
I just want to know what I said wasn't over the line. I mean, it's just an observation.
It might be the overuse of profanity before to like adjectivize Indians. Like it may have been the part where you're like these fucking Indians, as opposed to if you just said like Indians, you know?
Yeah. You see the nipple shockers? That's the
nipple shockers.
I like that.
Tape them to your nipples.
Ever since we bought these, our recommended purchases on Amazon are dildos.
That's hysterical.
It was from some like Korean website off Amazon. We got it, but like it feels like someone's just flicking you in the nipple really hard. It's like it's
annoying.
Oh, that's annoying.
But it's electricity, so like after a couple shocks, you're just like fucking jolting.
And what do we have to do? We have to answer questions. Oh yeah, we had like random like trivia questions. We have to answer while getting
trivia. You keep the shockers on until you get 5 correct.
Yeah,
fuck. We haven't done that in a while.
Yeah,
that's fun.
We've been good. We've kind of been scared of the challenges. We've been good.
But Jones just fucking fell in deep on that one. Yikes!
So you guys have been really trying to stay behind the line, huh?
Yeah, well, because after the ghost pepper, after the banana Sprite, the nipple shockers, it's just like it's not fun. Like it takes us a couple weeks to get around to it, so you're just constantly in the back of your head, like I gotta.
Yeah, the banana Sprite is like purpose is to make you barf your guts out, so you have to like, have a whole system set up.
Yeah, you have to have a bag nearby.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's a whole production.
Yeah.
So how many do I have now? Do you know?
I add it. There's a countdown in there. I haven't looked at it in like a month. I think you have 4.
Okay, so I was gonna say 4 or 5.
That might be number 5.
Yeah. All right. I still don't agree with it, but Rob is the mediator. He's a neutral third party. He agreed with you, so
as I said, if you hadn't been like your overuse of profanity before you mentioned the ethnicities,
Tones
you would have probably been okay.
Tones opened up the bone with I got a fucking thing with Indians.
Yeah,
that's where the flag was thrown.
Isn't that? I think that's a Bill Burr skit. That's a Bill Burr skit where he says that, where you literally just outlined the realistic, like the real version of a Bill Burr skit. So good job.
We've been doing this for 86 fucking episodes now, and he thinks that I don't know what an over the line is. I'm watching film. I can throw it whenever I want.
Well, I appreciate you letting me go through with it like all the way before you called me out, because then I would be like double guessing myself. Like,
right. All right.
I've definitely said worse things about Indians on here, but whatever.
No, it's cool. It's just Christopher Columbus screwed everybody by calling them Indians because they were not. They were.
Well, just, these ones were Indians.
Oh,
there's the other ones, the Native Americans
ones from India. Got it.
Yeah. No, there wasn't a bunch of Native Americans at the wedding. These were Indians.
Okay, maybe we'll take the over the line to the league office. We'll talk about it.
We'll appeal it.
Right. I still think it stands. I still think it stands. Flag stays.
Rob is a neutral third party, and if he had any bias, like if he was gonna have any bias, it'd probably be towards me because he's known me longer. So the fact that he's still saying it's an over the line, I have to not concur, but I have to allow it.
Yes.
Yeah. I think you do.
Honorable man, you are.
There. All right, Rob, do you have a bone?
Not really right now. Not really. I think
no bones are good bones.
Actually, you know what? I kind of do. And this I don't think it would throw me over the line. So I've been watching Big Little Lies, right? And are you familiar with the show? Have you seen the show?
I have not. I don't even know what it is.
I know of it. I've seen all the trailers and stuff.
All right. Well, it was so successful in 2017. They brought it back in 2019. Right now, like the second episode of the second season is coming out tonight. But in it, Zoe Kravitz, you know who Zoe Kravitz is? Lenny Kravitz's ex-wife, who now is the wife of Jason Momoa.
Is she American Woman?
Yeah, she's quite the American woman. But in the show, she's like super hippy dippy, and like instead of a doorbell, she has like a real like ding bell out front of it. And mind you, these are not like poor people. These are people that are living like, Malibu, California. What's a step above Malibu, California in wealth?
Pennsylvania.
Pretty high.
I don't know, but it's up there.
The town is called like Monterey. And yeah, so her character like just kind of annoys me because like for whatever, I don't know why. But when I see people that are just like blatantly American going over and beyond to like Mexico and not say like Mexico, like come on.
Yeah,
I get it.
It's like the that one that chef lady Giada De Laurentiis or whatever, and every time she says like mozzarella or something, she goes, "Oh yeah, the mozzarella." She goes,
yeah. So that really does annoy me. So I guess that's my only bone for today. Only because it's fresh on my head. It's fresh on my head.
If that's your only bone, your life's going pretty good right now.
Yeah, like
right now,
a bone is like if you came on, you're just like my fucking bike got stolen. Like that's fun.
Oh no, I don't ride bikes. That's
neither do I. We're an anti-bicyclist podcast. Very on the record with that.
It's just so boring to me.
It's annoying too, as a guy who drives instead. Like get out of the way.
I get it. I get it.
Find a park, bud.
Smuggling plums over there with these fucking Spanish outfits.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's get to our third segment here, which is a Do You Remember? So is this by request from you?
Yes, this is by request. So basically, I don't know if I explained Do You Remembers, Rob, but we just tell like an old story that, say, hey, do you remember when this happened? Right, and we play the Earth, Wind, and Fire clip. Like, do you remember?
Oh shit, yo! I got a great story from you and I.
I had one too. I might be saying the same one.
We might be saying the same one. Yeah. So, okay.
Rob, do you remember when we were driving around my neighborhood?
Yes. Yeah, that's the
garbage can. And you got
all
right.
Wait. I got it. This is a must here.
Okay. Hear it. So he comes over, right? He picks me up. We're driving around. We're smoking. It was like maybe freshman year, sophomore year of college, something like that. And so we're driving around and we smoke and we're bored. Like there's nothing to do around me, especially it was like kind of later at night. So we see, I guess garbage pickup was the next day. And we're just like, hey, he goes to me, let's go knock over some garbage cans.
Like it was stupid too. We weren't even like it was 16. We were like near 20 at this point. Like we just wanted to do something stupid because you haven't done it in a while, like you just wanted some sort of adrenaline.
When's the last time you knocked over some trash cans? Like
that night was the last time.
That night definitely was the last time.
So we're on the street over from my street, right? And the first one comes up, and the way the street is you go up a hill, right? You turn onto the street, you go up a hill, it comes back around, and it connects back at the bottom, right?
A hamlet.
It's a big circle, but it's not like a cul-de-sac. There's like different houses.
It's a hamlet.
Sure, it's a hamlet. So, he's driving, lowers the window. I lean out the window. I stick my arm out. I clothesline this trash can, which, by the way, it fucking hurt. Like we were going like probably faster than we should have been going. And it hurt, but whatever. So we're laughing. Like, oh, that was awesome. Let's go back around and do another one. As we're coming back down the hill, to the road that connects back to the first road. This guy is driving right at us with his brights on, right? And we're like, what the fuck, man? What is this guy doing? And all of a sudden, he tries to fucking cut us off, like drive right in front of us. Rob being very astute, and he's got this little like hatchback car. He pulls up onto the fucking side, like onto the curb, goes around this guy, right? And we get off the street, and I know all the back streets over there because that's where I used to like smoke and drive around, so I know everything. So I'm like, all right, make this right, make this left, and he's going like 80 down these side streets, just like weaving in and out, and this guy is like chasing us. And eventually we went through all these back roads and came out onto like a main road, and it just went to like 2 towns over. It's like, let's get the fuck out of here. We just booked it. And then about like an hour later or so, like we're coming back and we see him driving back the other way to the way we just came from, like still looking for us like an hour later. So I don't know who this guy was.
I'll tell you who that guy was.
So ready to fucking go.
That guy was watching you knock over trash, and he was fucking furious about it.
It was literally the first one. It wasn't like we kept doing it.
Was the first one, dude.
He saw the first hit.
I think it was his house. I don't know. Because there is a guy on that street, this like big Italian guy that just like is in his garage at all times, just like on the phone, doing I don't know what, but like maybe mob deals, whatever. I don't know. But he's just like always on his phone, just like sitting in the garage. So he probably saw it, hopped in the car right away. But just the fact that he was so ready, so quick. Because the amount of time it took for us to go up and around had to be
how long was the planning process? How long was the planning?
The planning was literally like a matter of seconds. It was like, hey, oh man, that would be funny if we just knocked over this trash can. It wasn't like we fucking. It wasn't like we picked up the trash can, threw it all over somebody's car. It was like, fuck you, kicked his fucking windshield in, and then booked it. It was like we picked up a trash can that had like a bag or two in it, and we went boop. We drove away like that was crazy, and then in my brain, what you did, what it sounds like the scene that they just go with a baseball bat against mailboxes in the convertible, and they just play mailbox baseball. In days like
you guys just hitting down trash, drive by trash droppings,
it wasn't that. Well, it wasn't that at all.
Well, that's what it sounds like.
It wasn't like we had a base. Like I literally just like hit it with my arm and pushed it over. It wasn't like I didn't break anything. I didn't break anyone's cans. I just made it like mildly inconvenient.
It's a dick move. It's a dick move. If I saw it, I might have did the same thing. I probably would not have.
No, you would not have done it with this furiosity. This guy.
If I was in a bad mood and I saw you knock over my neighbor's trash can, I might say something. I'm as a guy who's sitting here as a victim of somebody who's had their recycling bin stolen twice. It's true. I am against this.
Like we just mildly, we're just a mild inconvenience. We weren't stealing anything. We weren't breaking anything.
That guy's got to wake up. Probably had a rough night. Go out in his driveway and see his trash all over the driveway, and he's just got to like,
son of a bitch! They got me again.
Well, that was what I don't know. I missed those lighthearted, pranks.
Damn kids.
So have yous But I remember specifically when I saw that car, it was like a switch flipped off in me. And I was like, okay, no talking, just like fucking get out of this situation immediately.
I was just sitting there like, this guy's really like in our lane, like coming right at us. And then all of a sudden you're just like, the curb. I'm like, what's going on? I was freaking out. You knew, like you had that sixth sense. You just knew something was about to happen. I'm just sitting there. It's like, this guy's lights are really bright.
I knew immediately because I don't know. I guess because of all the dumb shit I did as a kid too, that like led us into positions similar to that. I was just like, I knew kind of the symptoms of that, what's to come from them.
Do you think that guy would have ran you off the road if you had not the trash over?
Well, that's the thing. I didn't want to stick around to find out. Like what was going to, there was no part of me that was like, maybe you should just stop and see, just have a conversation. No, fuck that. No way. I was stoned to shit at the time. I was like, there's no fucking way I'm having this conversation right now. And I booked it. We just made sure to get out of there and we got away. So
yeah, we did. No, I didn't go back to tell it for over a year. Like I just, even though it wasn't in my car, like I just avoided that street at all costs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
And that was in a Hyundai Accent, a 2-door hatchback Hyundai Accent that we did that in.
That's the only reason why I think we got away is because the car was so fast. Like it was just Because this guy, he was trying to like swerve over and cut us off on the road, but you like got in front of him just in time. We're like, if he kept going, he would have hit. He would have T-boned you.
Oh yeah, we just missed it.
Yeah,
Like,
and we had to go up
within a few feet.
I'm sorry. I'm just gonna have to go ahead and take the guy who tried to run you off the roadside. I think you guys are dumping trash. I think there was a vigilante out there that you just crossed paths with at the wrong time.
Well,
like killing John Wick's dog or something.
Well, in that case, you chose the losing side.
Yeah,
because we won. We got away.
Did he lose?
Yeah, I think he did because now he was even more pissed off that he looked like an asshole that he looked for us for over an hour.
You can't run people off the road. You have to, if you're that pissed about people throwing trash all over the street, you got to be like, "Hey, stop it!" That's it. That's the maximum amount of like retaliation.
Not get in your car and try to T-bone someone. You got to drive head on.
You throw the trash out, and then like as you're skidding away, you just hear somebody go, "Dicks!"
Yeah, that would have been fine.
And then you laugh.
I would have honestly felt bad about that had he did that. But because of what he did, I was like, fuck that guy. I hope it was his house.
All right.
Yeah, the guy was a lunatic. But yeah, I mean, even the fact that we saw him an hour later still driving around, you can tell he was just like pissed off. These motherfuckers, where the fuck do they go? Just driving all angry.
I hope I don't become that guy.
Want to know what I hope happened? I hope he found another silver Hyundai Accent, tried to pull that thing over, tried to go in front of him and fucking picked the fight with the wrong dude who had a gun or something. It was just like, what'd you say, motherfucker?
maybe the vigilante was just a garbage man and he just like has a different perspective on garbage than we do. Yeah. And he just sees something like that. And it just like triggers PTSD as working as a garbage man.
That could be true.
Like these fucking kids don't understand fucking trash. Like they're just dumping on the streets. Like, do you know what I do? Like, do you get it?
You understand? Have you ever worked with you
don't know trash. You think you know trash?
Dude.
You don't know trash.
I feel like that would make more sense. That would make me happier if that was the case.
That's fine.
But yeah, that was my do you remember too. For sure. Okay. You stole it right out of my mouth. So
see, I don't know. Like, if I saw someone knock over my garbage, I'd probably just sit there and be like, "Oh, come on, man! Like, what are you doing?" No, I'm not going to get.
No, you would not. Person. You're such a fucking liar. You would freak the fuck out.
You think I would go and chase them?
If you saw a couple of fucking
garbage cans,
if you saw a couple kids, if you saw a couple kids coming up to your fucking house that you pay good money for and taking your trash and throwing it on the fucking ground and driving away, you're gonna sit here and just tell me you're gonna hoot and holler at the sky? You're not gonna get in a fucking car and go get them?
Open the window and yell at them, but I'm definitely not getting in my car and chasing them.
I think you're a liar. I totally think that you would 100%.
It's garbage. It's getting thrown out anyway. Who gives a fuck if it gets thrown around?
If you're in a pissed off mood and you see kids do that right in front of your face, where you're able to get to your car quickly, back out of the driveway, and chase after them, you'd fucking do it.
Maybe
I don't think I would.
Maybe I would just like go at them a little bit just to scare them off, but I'm not fucking chasing them for an hour.
What if you had a really bad night?
I don't know.
That's the thing.
I don't know, but I highly doubt it. I don't care enough about anything to like chase.
I'll tell you something.
Exactly.
I'll tell you something. If the Bucks lost, right, and I go out to my garage to have a cigarette and just sit down and fucking just breathe it out, and I see some fucking these kids come to my fucking house and take my trash and throw it on the goddamn ground and try to drive away, I'm saying, you know what? I'm gonna die tonight. I'm gonna go kill those kids. That's it.
I think that's honestly that's probably what happened with this guy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get into the mind of him.
I think you did it. I think that's what happened.
Your trash. So
we gotta move on now, because I have a couple, but I'll keep them quick. So the first one. So you remember the penis game where you had to like you and your friends go penis, and whoever says it loudest, and then everybody quits. Yeah. So I tried to do that in high school, but you couldn't just say penis. So I tried to make it unique, and I called it the Elton John game. So you had to like slowly do the same concept, but yell Elton John.
Okay.
Yeah.
In class, and it was hilarious.
You basically
that's pretty great.
Instead of penis, somebody's in the back waiting for the teacher to turn his head, and you just hear Elton John. And the teacher always went, "Who's saying Elton John?"
The hell is going here?
It was the best game. It's so much better than the penis game. It was just it's more like more baffled to it, because if you're just like yelling penis, like it's just like real funny. But if you're just like Elton John, people are like, why are you screaming Elton John?
We had a similar thing in high school, Tone. We had ours was Carl though.
Oh, Carl.
Yeah, Carl.
Is that Walking Dead?
I don't know. It wasn't because of that kid, Carl.
Yeah, it was from Carl Vittel.
Okay. Shout out, Carl.
Yeah, we were in a band. Yeah, shout out, man. I haven't spoken to him forever. I should. But yeah, he hated it after like sophomore year, but everybody just kept doing it. was funny though. It was because we did it at graduation too. He was walking the aisle when he got up on stage. The whole auditorium, including parents, were like, "Car!"
Imagine he hated it. But nobody cared.
Yeah.
All right, the other one I have. So, Tones, you'll know this. You'll actually remember this. Do you remember my direct neighbor in college senior year in Manayunk, the kid who would just scream because he had like mental issues? You never saw him; you just heard the screams.
Yeah.
I wrote this down with in parentheses, like try not to make fun of it, but it was ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah. He would just like at all times of the day.
I also had in my notes not to try to mimic it.
Yeah.
Oops. But it was nonstop, just like I don't know. It was crazy person screaming.
That's wild.
Nonstop for 24 hours a day. It was the most horrifying. Whatever disease he had sounds like the worst one you could ever have.
Oof.
Yeah, I don't
That
know.
sucks.
He was like older too, right? Wasn't he? Like,
I've never seen him. I just fucking heard him.
Yeah. Was he like right across from you, or
He was right next door.
Okay.
I shared walls with the. Listen, I'm gonna watch my mouth, and I get it. He can't help it, but it doesn't change the fact that I couldn't get any goddamn sleep.
Damn. That reminds me of this one time in college. Fucking this one guy I had a studio group with, like I studied audio recording, and at the end of the session, he flings around and he starts yelling in the back of the room. He's like, "What the fuck are you looking at? You fucking seafarer." He called it a seafarer. He meant to say seafarer because then he started describing it. He was like, "You sitting there with your wooden leg and shit with your one eye staring at me. What the fuck are you looking at?" And
They call you pirate?
This kid, dude, no, he was looking at the back of the room. There was nothing there. And he started freaking out.
Well, you peg leg patch, eye patch. I mean, safe to assume you saw a pirate.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Exactly. Yeah. He meant to say pirate, really, but he called it a seafarer, which he meant seafarer. But it was scary. Like I had never witnessed anything like that before, and I was like, "What the fuck?" The worst part is, we had just like 5 minutes before that happened, agreed to buy a dime bag off of him, and we weren't going to be like, "Hey, we're not going to buy a dime off you now because of your mental illness."
What's in that weed?
Yeah, well, here's the funny story. So right after that all happens, we're like, "Nah, man, there's nothing in the back of the room." He's like, "Oh, all right," and brushes it off. So now we're walking outside the parking lot where we're gonna do the transaction, and he goes, "Yeah, the shit's fire. I sprayed it with Ant Raid," and we're like, "I'm sorry, what'd you just say?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's fire." And I was like,
purchase Raid all the time from True Value, and like Ant Raid is a different kind of animal. Like I have Wasp. It's like fucking ants because there's so many. The formula is a little tweaked. It's a little turned up a little bit.
No.
Right. So he says that.
Less Raid.
Dude,
bottom line, less Raid you want to lace weed with.
For sure. He says that shit. Then he's like, "Nah, I'm just kidding." But needless to say, we did not smoke it. We got home and we gave it to our dumbest friend to smoke it. So, and he did.
We start seeing pirates.
I think he just sees pirates always anyway.
My thing is like, he's crazy because it's like, it's one thing if you like kind of hallucinating and you see a pirate, but the fact that you just think it's normal to like see a pirate, like why would there be a pirate there?
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that you think that's normal enough.
Well, pirates are like, they're all about surprise. So like, it's really not out of this world to be as surprised as these guys were, like a fucking pirate. Like, why would it be here? Like, we have treasure.
You hear him fucking wobbling up. You hear his like
yeah,
right.
He can't surprise you unless he
with that
Captain Hook or something.
You're gonna be sitting there and just like, what the fuck is that? And wait for him to get all the way to the top of the stairs and like, it's a fucking pirate, and he's gonna be like, don't fucking move. I'm here to take your shit. That's it.
I hope that was the dialogue that he heard. It turns out he was schizophrenic and he hadn't taken his medication. So that's what. That took a pretty dark turn, huh? Yeah. It was sad. It was really, really weird to witness it. And then the whole Ant Raid thing it fucking threw our night off real bad.
I can imagine. Kind of a buzzkill.
All right, let's get to
that's one way to call it.
It's banana land. All right, so let's get to our next segment here, which was It Was All a Dream. So Tones, you're backed up big time, right?
You haven't had many recently, but I definitely have some from a couple weeks ago.
Same.
Okay,
but not really.
So
Nothing really.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, you go ahead. Mine are lame, but they happened, so I'm here to report them.
So this one happened a few weeks ago. There was people were using velociraptors as like comfort animals to like help with sick children. You know, people like bring puppies around to like.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Instead, it was velociraptors, and it was weird. They were wearing like white doctor's coats and stuff.
The Raptors?
The Raptors, yeah, the Raptors were. And then something happened. I don't remember exactly, but someone pissed the Raptors off, and they started getting angry. And you could tell, like, you're in a hospital with a bunch of sick children. Like, we got to do something about this. Like, Raptors just eating sick children, no bueno.
Right.
So all of a sudden, Rambo shows up with a sword and starts fighting the Raptors. And then I helped him. I helped him a little bit. So we were just kind of fighting.
So you're helping Rambo now. So the previous dreams too, you were helping Bill Belichick. So you get yourself there in your dreams. You're fucking Captain America.
Yeah, basically, I do it all. I do it all. You need a 99-yard touchdown run, you come to me. You need to get rid of some velociraptors, you come to me. I can do it all. So that was the end of that dream. That was weird. I had another. This was a little like snippet of a dream that I remembered. Dunkin' Donuts, they decided to stop giving people change when you buy coffee. What they do is, like, let's say, normally it's like $1.95 and you give them $2. They just give you 5 extra cents of coffee. They just decide, I'm like, that's a brilliant business tactic. Like, think about how much.
I was about to say, like, that's awesome. If that nickel, just fucking keep it.
Yeah, or whatever they say. Yeah, we're not gonna have any change. Like, you just get a 20 for like a small coffee. Like, you just get like a jug of coffee. So, it saves money on employees. You don't need anyone working the register. And you just get extra money.
We use the roundup system. Basically.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that.
So that was that. That was weird. And then lastly, I found a baby crawling around in the snow outside my house by itself.
Wait. Yeah. Before you proceed, this sounds like a metaphor that's coming. Even like this is like,
if you want to read into it, I'm not going
to. This is the listen to the dreams plot, like how it begins. Unless you end up like punting the baby or something crazy.
No, I didn't punt the baby, but this was.
Did you pick it up and start milking it? Or you just come feed. Come.
Oh, you meant like me? Yeah. No, I didn't do.
Yeah.
I thought like milking the baby like a cow would be weird, but
I thought he meant the same thing, Tones. Get up and use the baby of udders.
Right. Yeah, I get nipples, Greg. Can you milk me?
Jesus Christ.
There you go. But no, the baby was dressed to the nines, right? Baby was wearing like a little tuxedo and everything. It was like he was just in the snow by himself, just crawling around. So I picked the baby up. I'm like, I got to find your parents because you can't be out here by yourself. You're a baby. And then eventually, this girl, I don't know, she's an actress. I've seen her somewhere. She's like a big fat girl and she's got blonde hair, but she ran out like with her titties out, just like flopping in the wind. It's like, oh my God.
Is that Rebel Williams or is that her name?
No, I'm trying to, I don't even remember what
Amy Schumer.
Not her. No, it was, I don't know who it is. She's like younger. She's like probably like in her 20s or whatever.
Meryl Streep.
That cunt. Don't get me started on her. But so she's running around like with like a southern accent.
It's flopping everywhere.
Yeah, just big old, oh my God, you found my baby, thank you, and all this. And I was like, I don't know if I should give this baby back because like this baby put on a tuxedo and crawled outside by itself without you even noticing. So apparently you're just a terrible mother. But I gave the baby back, and that was that.
Oh.
So I don't know. That was
probably a mistake. That was probably a bad move. That baby, you should have kept it.
But you know what? I woke up before anything bad happened. So as far as I know, the baby's fine.
All right.
Yeah. So that's my dreams.
Some good ones. Get a therapist and tell him about that. Put him in a pretzel.
Did you milk the baby?
Did you? But. Yeah, mine are. They were fresh a few weeks ago. I didn't write them down, but like one of them, I was in a sand trap playing golf, and it was a cliff. It was no fun. I was at the bottom of it trying to get it out. I don't know what I was doing.
Oh, so like the sand trap was just like hundreds of feet high.
Yes, and it was a brick wall right in front of me. It stunk. But the other one, though, this one happened 2 nights ago. Oh, the Bucks, week 1, we were down 45-0 in the first half, and it was just mayhem, and I was crying my eyes out. And just like it was a whole media storm about how they were right and the Bucks stink. Jameis Winston blows. And then I woke up and it took me like a whole entire shit. And then once I got into the shower, it's like, oh, true. None of that happened. That's massive. Massive. We're like 85 days away from kickoff. No, totally false. Huge. That
Nice.
was it.
Yeah, I had a weird sports dream too that you kind of remind me of. It wasn't like a whole dream, but like I woke because I had to wake up early the next day, so I didn't watch the whole Yankee game. So I woke up like my alarm went off like 3:30, and I'm like looking at my phone and like kind of like half asleep checking the scores. I saw that they blew the game, the bullpen, and I kind of went back to sleep for a little bit. And I thought I read it on my phone, like plain as day, that Zach Britton tore his ACL. And I woke up, I was like, fuck, man, he tore his ACL. I went through half the day thinking he tore his ACL until I asked somebody. And they're like, nah, dude, he pitched bad last night, but he didn't tear his ACL.
Yeah.
We're good. We're good.
It's I'll tell you, that's why we discuss them. It's fear. Fear the Yankees will collapse and fear the Bucks will collapse.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So you got anything, Rob?
Not too much. Just while I was finishing Chernobyl like a week ago or something, I had a dream that I was actually in the hospital, like one of the firefighter victims.
Yeah.
And my skin was melting off. Not melting, but like just
Like falling apart.
yeah, boiling up and just
Like
miserable. And then other people around me were way worse. It was like there was no twist to the dream. Like that was just the dream. It was like pure nightmare. Yeah.
That's a nightmare.
Yeah. So it wasn't really that exciting.
That.
Mm-mm.
All right.
Like turn over to your spouse, like you say, Laura, I had a dream about nothing. Nothing from the heat.
Yeah, no, it was just all bad. I don't remember any of my dreams to begin with. I just remember that one specifically because I fell asleep watching Chernobyl on the couch.
Yeah.
I remember I woke up and I was like, oh. And I went to bed and had a great night's sleep. And it was fine. So
There you go.
Good. All right. Let's get to our fifth segment here, which is bringing it back. I'm going to go first because it's a quick one. I want to bring back the Elton John game.
Is that why you put that "Do you remember" in there?
Yeah. Yes. I want to bring it back.
Okay. I don't know who's gonna join you, but
Whenever we're together again in Yankee Stadium, we'll play Elton John.
But like, you have to know what the game is before you start yelling Elton John. Like you're gonna sound like the
No, that's
schizophrenic.
the whole point. It's the awkwardness that comes with it. Like you just have to be the guy. The guy who wins is the one who screams Elton John the loudest, and everybody cowers away. That's how you win.
yeah.
So you'll just be the guy in the bleachers, just being like Elton John, and then everybody be like, "Whoa, Jesus!"
So we'll just be sitting next to each other, just yelling at Elton John back and forth. Because like, unless we buy separate seats where we kind of get it going from across the section,
It goes
Yeah,
by
that's
volumes.
that's
So
what you
like,
gotta do. Yeah.
the first guy, like I'll just say Elton John, and then you have to go louder than that, and then I have to go louder than what bar you said it at, and then we go until somebody stops. That's it.
Or what you do is you get like 3 different people in like 3 like different sections like next to each other, and you just get it going across sections until like you hear someone like 2 sections the other direction, like Elton John. It's like, yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, I think if you did do that at Yankee Stadium, like you'd probably wind up in an Elton John chant. I'm not gonna lie. Like, yeah, I bet a ton of people are gonna start that. And so I'm just giving you fair warning of what you're getting yourself into at Yankee
That
Stadium.
sounds like a hell of a reward if the whole stadium's chanting Elton John after our Elton John.
Yeah.
You're just watching
Dude,
the game at home. Michael K's like, are they chanting Elton John? What the hell?
Elton John?
Talk about the best podcast promotion, right? Like
For Elton
if
John
you can
tour?
get that done. Yeah.
Is he
If
even
you get
on
into Elton
tour?
John? No. If you get an Elton John chant started in the bleachers at Yankee Stadium and people figure out it came from this, like,
Yeah,
whoa, that's
true.
big news. That's Twitter news, right? That's Twitter trending news.
Absolutely. The only problem is his Rocket Man movie just came out, so you might have to wait until that
Yeah,
down a little bit, because then people just think you're
it's just from Rocket Man.
right.
We
Yeah.
can change. It doesn't have to be Elton. You could say you could play the same concept, but make it like Billy Joel. You can make it like Bilbo Baggins
James
or something like.
You can't do Billy Joel because there's too many New York references there. You should probably do
You
like
say like Billy Joel. People will be like, yeah.
you should probably be like Matthew McConaughey or something.
It's a little wordy.
Yeah.
It doesn't flow.
Elton
Yeah, I guess
John.
maybe you can do 3 syllables. 3 syllables.
Yeah.
Keep it to that.
But yeah, that's what I want to bring.
So we'll work on bringing that back, I guess. I want to bring back. I'm trying to think of the right way to describe it. Overzealous masculinity, right? Like, so hear me out. So there's this guy that comes into my store, see me about like once a month, and I'm pretty sure he's like a veteran, right? He's an older guy, and he comes in. He always asks the same question: "Hey, where's your clams?" Right over there. And he goes, "It's cold in here. You guys get any whiskey in here?" And I was like, no whiskey, man. No, I was like, I need some whiskey. What about the cigars? You got any cigars? No. What about the prostitutes? You got any of them back here?
Like, oh my God.
No, dude. Like, what are you talking about? But like, just that stereotypical, like, oh man, we have to like whiskey and cigars and prostitutes. Like, I want to bring that back. Just like, there's too many soy boys out here nowadays.
You want to bring back the 40s?
Yeah. More like the 50s, 60s. 40s a little early. But yeah, I just want that, like, men were supposed to be men. We drink, we fuck prostitutes, and we get lung cancer.
That'll be held against you by somebody if they ever
certainly would. Yeah.
I just thought it was funny because this guy is such like a time capsule of like, no one's like that anymore. Like, who's just like, yeah, let's go get some prostitutes. Like, fuck you talking about, dude?
Big Time Tommy is for sure. You know who Big Time Tommy is?
No.
Oh boy, hold on. Let me it's a gem. You'll be happy that I brought it up. Hold on.
Okay. He likes prostitutes?
I'm sure. I wouldn't put it past him. Here, check this out.
How you doing, Instagram? It's Big Time Tommy. I know how I get down on a Friday.
So just off the 5 seconds I played, what do you think?
No, yeah, I know exactly who. I follow him. I follow him on Instagram.
He's from New York. He's in Long Island.
No, I know. He's like from. I always see him making posts from like Queen City or some shit, Long Island City.
Yeah.
He's the biggest fucking guinea. I love that guy.
Yeah.
He always.
I bet Big Time Tommy, giant cigar. Yeah. And he looks like he's gonna die within the next, I don't know, 1 day to 8 years or something, anywhere in that time frame.
Big cherry tomato. He's always so red, and he's just so fat. He looks like he's
super red.
Yeah.
Always sweating.
Yeah, it's called the heart attack.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying his lifespan really isn't gonna.
Life.
OS for life. Old school. So I would bet that guy probably.
Yeah, no, he's on the same boat. That's who I want to be. I want to be Big Time Tommy.
Big Time Tommy, dude. I think it's pretty easy.
Yeah,
it shouldn't take much effort.
I got the genes. I just gotta keep eating, and I'll get there eventually.
Yeah. Just keep eating and smoking, and just wear sunglasses no matter whether you're indoors or outdoors.
Wear a lot of shirts.
No way. Unless you have eye problems. If you're wearing sunglasses at night, that means you have something to hide.
Yeah.
So never said that.
All right, we got to move on. The last segment here, big time Chernobyl talk, bingeaholics. All right, so it was fucking fantastic. I mean, like, it was a great way to show what happened. Something that like people would probably think that this happened in the 40s, but it happened in the goddamn 1985.
Yeah.
86. Yeah.
86. First of all, people are fucking there taking pictures for Instagram now. Those idiots.
Do not.
Like, what are you doing? It was a 6-episode or 5-episode miniseries about how it's completely inhabitable because of radiation. It's like, no, let's go take pictures.
There's a whole tourism industry for this. I watched a thing on Netflix where the guy goes on a tour of the shit that happened in Japan a couple years ago. The tsunami, wherever the fuck happened. Like, and people go there now and they're just sitting there with their Geiger meters or whatever, and they're just like, oh, this is like 100 times the limit that you're supposed to be exposed to. That's cool.
Like, now I know for sure. I have it on my fucking metal detector.
Yeah.
Personally. So now I have when's the next flight? Like, how I'm going to be sitting here for like a few hours and I'm going to get cancer.
Not to mention that you're probably going to be infecting everyone else. You go back, like when you go back, like you're still probably a little radioactive. Like you're just being a dick to everyone else. I don't know exactly how it works, but I assume it kind of sticks with you for a little bit.
Probably.
That's why they had to kill all the animals and shit. Like that was a hard fucking scene.
Apparently that's not entirely accurate.
Oh, really? Yeah. So Rob did a whole bunch of research. I listened to the finale one you did.
Yeah.
And I just gotta say, your reading skills were put into full effect there. Some of those names you had to read.
Oh my God, dude. It's become, at this point, we're going to make it a segment on our podcast that you have to mispronounce every name. So this way it's sort of like, now you see me, now you don't kind of thing. You'll never know if we're really pronouncing it right or if we're fucking up on purpose. So yeah, now that there's an article on RT.com. It's what HBO got wrong. Chernobyl general gives hit TV show a reality check. So that general that Ralph Ineson plays, Nikolai Tarkinov, he's still alive. So they talked to him after the show.
Okay, that's RT. That's a Russian website, right?
Maybe yeah. It looks like it. Yeah.
So maybe they were just trying to cover up, like, saying, hey, it wasn't that bad, guys. Like, don't listen to that.
That was the whole point of the show.
Yeah,
it could be, but also Forbes released another one that said why HBO's Chernobyl gets nuclear so wrong. And
don't fucking read that shit. Before the show even aired, if you go to the Wikipedia page of the Chernobyl accident, it tells you that this shit is already well known. It's been the same way since they found out whenever the trial was.
Right. No, he's just saying that they might have like over exaggerated certain things.
Yeah, they over dramatized some stuff just for like the effect of the show, which I personally have no problem with. I'm cool with that. Because like then it wouldn't be a show, I don't know what you're expecting to watch if you're watching it, Are you in that case just watch a documentary? There's plenty of them, you know.
For sure.
Yeah, I did. It's just fucking crazy that what ended up happening was the guy who was running the place was a fucking dick. Was the bottom line, and he just cranked the place to the verge of explosion, not understanding exactly like what could happen. But the thing was like he was hoping that the switch that they deemed faulty over 10 years prior to the incident was still in effect. I think it was like the AZ5 switch, which essentially was like a kill switch to the reactor. But he was hoping that would just be in operation so he could just crank it. And if anything ever went wrong, he could just be like, hit that button. But
yeah, well, I mean, just the fact that he brought it to that point to begin with, when like there was a whole thing of events leading up to it where they should have just rescheduled. Like they had to have.
Yeah. They should have. Yeah, all the people that came in for that shift had no training with that machine.
Yeah, that also. I mean, you couldn't postpone until the next day. You had to do it like with all the fucking new people. Like it just doesn't. And just the fact that they left it at like half production. All they did everything wrong basically, and it kind of goes back to. Just the whole like communist mindset where it's just like, we have to get this done or else comrade.
It's also Operation Make Sure do whatever we can to cover up shit that makes us look bad. No matter what. We have to look like we're the fucking gods.
And that's how it's
Russia, shut up.
Like if they just went like, oh no, sorry, we can't do it now because of this, then they'd be like, oh, you're weak, you replaced, So like, oh no, we got to go through with it. And then the same thing with the scientist. Once he realized that something was wrong, he's like, no, we still got to go through with it because then we're going to look bad. So it's all just basically trying to not look bad in front of your comrades.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's a shame.
Yeah, and a lot of people died. Well, apparently, 36 died, 31, something like that.
Well, whatever they can confirm. But yeah, it's like I think the people that stayed, I think 90% of them got fucking cancer or something.
The Soviet number they released was 31 people, but in reality, it was anywhere between like 30,000 and 90,000.
Right.
Fucking great. And you're just gonna like sit there and lie to my face, like, yeah,
and they can. Yeah. We're not gonna. What are we gonna do about it?
Yeah. I will say I'm really excited to see the Russian version. I'm gonna watch it for sure.
The opposite. The Americans did it.
Well, yeah,
that's what they're saying. That's what they're. They're saying that that a CIA agent was present the whole time. I don't think that they're necessarily. I don't know. I don't know what they're really trying to say, but they said so far that a CIA agent was present.
Well, fuck them.
Yeah.
But anyway, I mean, what else is there much to say about the show other than that it was an excellent fucking miniseries?
For sure.
Yeah, I learned a lot about nuclear reactors. It's going to come in handy down the line, No, but it was a very well done show. The one thing that confused me was, I think we talked about this, the British accents. Russian. So that was a little weird, but other than that, great story, great acting. I love what's his name was really good. Skarsgård. The whole family, all the Skarsgård. But I don't know. Are we rating this thing or what?
Yeah, I'll give it a score. I'll give it a 9.2. Sticks of Dynamite.
Okay. I'll give it an 8.8. 8.8 Sticks of Dynamite.
Yeah, fucking Mr. Hopeless over there.
Yeah,
always preserving scores. Never good enough for you.
That's okay. That's all right. It's good to keep a critical eye,
Yeah,
it is. But it was good. All right. Let's go to the only reason I'm moving fast too is because I forgot that my computer is a piece of shit, and Tones now has a beautiful computer.
I do.
Oh, nice. You got a new one?
Yeah, I got a brand new Mac.
Good for you.
Spent way too much money on it, but you live and learn.
It's a majestic. I could see it through the lenses of your glasses. It looks like a goddamn TV.
Is it one of those gray ones?
Yes.
There's like space gray one?
Yeah.
Oh shit, you fancy.
15-inch. I had the biggest it's i9 processor. I don't know what that means, but that's like supposed to be the best.
Yeah,
It's a step above like the top tier like standard ones that came in all the prior years. So
yeah, so I made sure when I was on Amazon it said the latest model. I'm like that one.
yeah.
I was just so upset because we tried recording last week and my computer had to start. This should have been my fucking bone going back. It took 45 minutes for my computer to boot up after restarting. So I just got so mad that while I was booting up, I just bought it on my phone. I was just like, I'm done with this.
I was texting him throughout the whole thing. He's just like, fuck it, getting a MacBook Pro, but like times 2.
Yeah.
So here we are. It's good.
Yep.
All right, let's get to the classic 4-pack and talking flicks. Hit it, Kane. All right. So couple classics. So I had to watch Hustle and Flow. You got to watch Signs. Rob has seen both of them.
Yeah.
So you can kind of be like a referee. So do you want to go first with Signs? You want me to go first with Hustle and Flow?
I don't care.
I'll go first because I have a lot of notes. And it's been a while. So but please. Yeah. June 10th. What's today? Like the 20th? 16th.
16th, yeah.
All right. So I didn't like it.
I didn't like it. Can you elaborate?
Yes, I can. So first of all, I was watching it at a time where I really didn't want to fucking watch it. So that's my fault. I was sitting here, it's like, now I gotta watch this fucking thing. Like one of those moods. Yeah. So I mean, it was just a plot that I fucking did, I get it. It's good. But no, I don't know. Terrence Howard's so he's basically a hustler, a pimp. And he discovers a newborn talent to actually fucking put some raps down. And he just wants to go to whatever the fucking city is. What is it? Nashville? Memphis?
Yeah.
Memphis.
Yeah, Memphis.
And there's some drama just about him he's trying to go from bullshit to getting up to the top and being being played on the radio, I guess, since it was the 90s, which was the pinnacle. And then Ludacris is the guy that could do it for him.
I'm surprised. And then I'm surprised you recognize Ludacris.
Oh, I know Ludacris.
Okay.
I've seen enough Fast and Furious movies still.
There.
There he is. There's Ludacris again. And so he was a dick. Ludacris is a total dick. And then Terrence Howard beat the crap out of him. Straight up.
Sure did.
Yep. Terrence Howard of Empire. Fox after NFL football.
Yep.
But yeah, so that happened, and then he ends up down the road, there's some shit that happened in between there. He goes to jail. And then it's like a full circle. There's prison guards who, like, after his shit gets on the radio while he's in jail, he realizes, like, I became something, but I'm in jail because I'm a dick. I beat up Ludacris. And then the prison guards are just like, can you listen to my demo, dude? And he's like, yeah, I can. Like, you remind me of myself when I was a kid, like when I wanted to get into the game. And it ends like that. And I was sitting there just like, fuck you, Tones. Fuck this movie. This movie sucked.
I mean, it does suck.
I guess if you don't like the music, you can't like.
I didn't. I hate.
I know you don't. Yeah.
It's hard out here for a pimp. No.
Exactly.
It's pretty terrible.
If I heard that in the radio, I'm changing the radio station.
Yeah, just a little background for you, Rob. Tom only exclusively listens to rock. No rap.
Hard and heavy classic rock and roll.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's why I gave him this movie to kind of fuck with him a little bit.
Oh, that's funny.
Nice. I like the movie. I mean, I like
No, wait, you're not explaining it right. Are you kidding me? You give me a rap song to listen to every week that I have to listen to for the I've listened to so much rap since we started. There's probably 86.
You give me fucking rock songs too. It's not like it. It's not like it's a one-way street. You give me like Mr. Roboto and shit. Like, okay, cool. Like
Mr. Roboto is a fucking classic, and don't you dare tell me that it's anything compared to
the shit
that came out of this movie.
I think "Whoop That Trick's" a classic. Whoop that!
You don't know the classic.
Whoop that trick.
You know
Whoop that trick.
Yeah.
No, I don't. So I'm done.
I know.
I'm gonna score. I'm gonna score this fucking movie. I'm gonna give it a goddamn 2.3. Sticks of Dynamite. 2.3. Mother is the worst, 0.0. So Like
Fuck
that's
you. Bro, you ever seen Mother?
No, I haven't.
Jennifer
Don't.
Lawrence. I loved
No.
it. He absolutely hated it. But if
I
you're
hated it. I gave it a 0.
yeah. What else you want? What
Whoa.
to say? You hated it. I mean, he just doesn't. His little brain can't comprehend what was going
No,
on.
the reason I gave it a 0 is because I could comprehend it, and I was just like, "Oh, these fucking idiots! What a fucking stupid movie!" And I like the director too. He just fucked it up. That's it.
Darren Aronofsky.
Jonathan, somewhere around there.
Yeah, no,
Jonathan Smith, I think his name was.
no.
But no good.
Regardless.
But yeah, 2.3. 2.3.
Okay. So I guess on to Signs. I'd never seen it. You know, I'm actually a fan of
Shia LaBeouf.
M. Night Shyamalan.
M. Night Shyamalan.
Shyamalan Ding Dong. Yeah, I'm a fan of his.
Yeah.
He gets a bad rap because he's made a couple terrible movies, like The Village, for example, was awful. But you know, I think his work kind of speaks for itself. In between, you know, Sixth Sense, that one in the elevator. I'm drawing blanks right now. But yeah, so I mean, started off. I thought this movie was a pretty good representation of like what might happen if aliens started coming to Earth. So that was pretty cool. You know, I thought maybe because it's a little bit older, but I thought the aliens were kind of corny.
Yeah, it's because it's older.
Yeah, you know, they're kind of these like long green men. They're just like peering around corners, you know.
Maybe that's what they look like, though.
Maybe, yeah. I'm not saying they don't, but like it was cool. It was cool. I mean, that was what's his name, Mel Gibson, before he went all crazy, and even Joaquin Phoenix before he went crazy.
Yep.
I think that was pre-Passion of the Christ, Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also pre anti-Semitic rants.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
It was William Wallace before he became Mel Gibson.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But no, overall, I liked it. I watched it like over a week ago at this point, so I'm trying to remember. I thought it was an accurate representation of what would probably happen, just like the panic and people just kind of freaking out. One thing I didn't understand was why they because so apparently the crop circles were like directions, like GPS.
Right. Yeah, they're building a map
where
to
to
the
meet
crops.
Why would they like pick this random farm in fucking like Bucks County, Pennsylvania to meet at though? That's what I didn't
Because
get.
nobody will fucking see it. You can't do it right in the middle of Manhattan.
I guess, but then going all over the world anyway, people are gonna notice.
You can either draw it out of crops, you can draw it out of destruction. Have you ever seen Independence Day? They probably built a map by blowing up the fucking White House.
Maybe they were trying to take the peaceful approach at first, you know, see if we could, you know, just cruise in nice and smooth as opposed to cruise into the fucking, I don't know, Empire State Building.
Yeah.
Right. This way to the Grand Canyon. Like, that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
It's not a problem.
Yeah.
Like, we're scared. They became dicks at the end of the movie, but, like, you know, I would have been nicer. I would have been nicer to them.
The aliens or the people?
The aliens. I would have been like, hey, like, you need anything?
Dude, to be honest, I think a lot of people might say stuff, but like, I don't think you'd be able to actually comprehend what's happening. I think you mentally
alien, give me my gun. Give me
dude, I think you would just deteriorate as a person mentally. You'd be like, what in the fuck is going on? Yeah. I don't think you'd be able to like actually just stand there in front of another being that is intelligent and just traveled who the fuck knows how far here
it's
to
a
be
pressure,
like,
it's a
up?
Pressure cooker situation. It's definitely like 2-minute warning Super Bowl mentality. Like you need to be prepared for all things, and like you need to be prepared in life for like maybe fucking one day I open my door to go to work and there's a fucking alien standing there and he's huge. Am I gonna freak out and grab a fucking shovel to beat him to death, or am I gonna fucking reach out and just be like, can I help you?
Well, I think that all depends. You know, that all kind of, you know, like depending on how you react. To be, you know, kind of.
I'd crap myself. I mean, I'm not either of the descriptions I gave.
Act aggressively, then they'll have to act aggressively back. But if you're just like, hey, you want a beer? The Yankees are on. Let's go. I'll cook up some dogs. We'll watch the game.
Come on
in. maybe we'll we'll resolve this peacefully.
You a Yankee fan? Burger or dog? I think that's how like I try to handle it that way. It's up to him if he wants to be a dick or not, you know.
Yeah.
I invite you into my home and you fucking You take me up in your spaceship.
At least you say you died with honor. You know, you died with honor and courtesy.
Yeah. I mean, he took advantage of that, but that's on him. I mean, you did the right thing.
Yeah.
So you die with a clear conscience.
Yeah,
Not because you went at an alien with a baseball bat and he decided to like flip on you.
Right.
Swing away, Meryl.
Swing away, Meryl. So now I understand what that quote meant from last episode. It all makes sense now. But yeah, I thought it was a little corny that water was what killed him. Spoiler alert. I mean, everyone should have seen Signs because I'm like one of the only people that didn't. But I was a little upset with that. I mean, I guess there had to be some way to defeat them because there's like this giant alien army that was just wiping people out. But kind of had like a War of the Worlds vibe. Seemed a little cheap. But, all in all, good movie. Give it a 7.2 sticks of dynamite. I enjoyed it. It was solid.
Right on the money. That's a good score.
It was great. It had, like I said, had a few issues, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Well, some flow stuck. So
okay.
We have to truck through these 5 because I have to piss. The bomb squad knows my bladder. After 1 hour, starts to scream at me. But this is big. New movie assignments. What am I watching?
You ever see Behind Enemy Lines?
With Owen Wilson? You kidding me? I got that for my dad for Christmas one year, just so I knew he wouldn't want it, so he'd give it to me.
Okay. You know what? Do Moonlight. We've been meaning to give you Moonlight. Watch. Moonlight.
I hadn't seen that.
Yeah. So go do Moonlight.
All right.
I hear it's good. I haven't seen it either.
I enjoyed it. It was pretty good. A little gay, but
I like that. I'll watch that. I needed a reason to watch that. All right, you get Lords. I have Lords of Dogtown down for you.
Ooh, nice.
Little Heath Ledger. It's a good Heath Ledger performance.
Yeah. I dig the Heath man.
Some skateboarding. Cali Bros.
Isn't Bam Margera in that? He's in like the first. Yeah,
No,
he's in the movie.
And no way. That's a biopic from the 60s. You can't put Bam Margera. Knoxville's in there. That's what it is. Johnny Knoxville's in the movie.
Okay, no, I'm thinking of a different skating movie. That's why. Okay.
So you could put Johnny Knoxville in a movie, you can't put Bam in a movie. What's the difference?
Well, no, because like the reference I'm talking about is like Bam plays himself in the movie. And like he
Bam
has
can't play an actor. Johnny Knoxville plays something like a character in the movie.
Gotcha.
But it's a solid flick.
Hey, you remember that movie that Johnny Knoxville did where he pretended to be retarded?
Yeah.
Fucking
The Ringer.
The
right?
Ringer. Yeah.
That movie definitely would not fly today.
I saw that in theaters. That was right in the cut for shit that didn't fly. I remember that made no money because it was like just getting into like the offensive period.
Yeah.
Faking being retarded to get into the Special Olympics.
Never
no way you could pay for surgery for your gardener's fingers that got cut off by a lawnmower.
Although I do remember they actually, and maybe it might fly today because they did use actors that were,
true,
mentally,
handicapped.
I just remember enjoying the film. Call me an asshole. I don't care.
No, I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny. Do you remember what it was? What was that CD that somebody was so obsessed with? Do you remember the song that it was? Fuck.
Smash Mouth.
I can't remember. No, it was I don't remember at this point. I won't get into it, but there was a specific song. If anyone remembers.
Yeah, was like a song like in the soundtrack of the movie or like what?
Yeah, it was in the soundtrack of the movie. There was like this specific band that was also that was also mentally incapable. Trying to find the right words. Not the R word.
not all there.
Retarded.
Yeah, that. But yeah, it was a band like of that stature.
Band of
a retarded band.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to follow.
Yeah,
you lost me 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. All right.
Either way,
he's 4 back.
Okay, let's get on with it. What movie series needs to finally die?
Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, that's the answer. I have a different one, but that's the answer.
What do you have?
Tired of seeing it. I mean, I guess I don't know. It's got no plot. Fucking keep doing what you're doing. You're making so much money. But like people who see it and like are looking forward to the next ones, those people need to be fucking dealt with. Is what I think.
Yeah.
Like I can't wait
agree.
for the next Fast and Furious. Like you need to get away as far as fucking possible from me.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. I got Batman.
That. Oh, Batman.
I'm sorry. I spoiled it. I'm sorry. Batman. Fuck Batman. Get him out. Batman is done.
Even like the Dark Knights and everything.
They're done. It's over. It's been written. So let it be written and let it be done. Yeah. Now they're throwing out bullshit and just like, oh, it's Ben Affleck be Batman. Then next we'll just line them up.
Oh,
fucking Matt Damon.
Fucking the Twilight guy, Robert
Pattinson dude. Yeah, now he's Batman. It doesn't matter who plays Batman. The plot blows.
Yeah. I was gonna say any of the X-Men films and the Men in Black films. Do you know the two new ones that just came out, Dark Phoenix and Men in Black International, combined on Rotten Tomatoes, still aren't as good of a score as The Secret Life of Pets 2?
Jesus. You know how I know officially that a movie is going to totally fucking suck is if you're watching like a big event and it's like this movie is brought to you by the Avengers or something like that's like it's brought to you by the movie. It means you have no confidence that people are actually going to go see it for what it is. It's just you need to fucking put it in their fucking face and get people hyped for it because it's a piece of shit film.
That's right. Avengers. I like all those movies. I'm just so over. Like I saw the last one and I was like, yo, fuck this movie. Like I don't like. I get people like it, but
it's stupid. It's like imagine you see a fucking like the fucking U.S. Open is brought to you by There Will Be Blood. It's never gonna happen because that's a good movie. If you give me like this movie is brought to you by fucking Congo, my favorite movie, and it sucked. Like that makes more sense. That's what they do.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just now that they're doing like even more movies with a whole new group of characters to like keep it going. It's just like, come on, guys, what are we doing? Like, I'm not super upset because I have Disney stock, so I want them to just milk it as much as they can. Yeah. But no, those movies, I'm done. Done with them.
Terrible.
Yeah.
What do we got next?
We got what is the best use of any song in a movie scene?
Stuck in the Middle with You, Reservoir
Dogs. Oh, that's exactly what I was gonna say.
Number one.
Good job.
Yeah. And that's number one.
Tarantino is always spot on with the songs.
Hell yeah.
Except for in True Romance, which we've talked about.
Yeah. Oh, with the Little Mermaid music.
The Little Mermaid music. Yep. Correct. Yeah.
But he was did he direct that or was he like the writer? I think he wrote it.
He just wrote it. And then I think by the time he handed it in, he was just like, let me help out with directing. I think ended up like making the movie, to be honest.
Okay.
But yeah. I got For Whom the Bell Tolls in Zombieland.
Okay. Yeah.
Fucking sweet.
That's pretty sweet.
It's a great scene.
That's an underrated movie, Zombieland.
I love that movie. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
That's with Jesse Eisenberg, right?
Yep.
Yep. Yeah.
Woody Harrelson, Bill Murray, Metallica.
Yeah.
You killed Bill Murray.
It's a great one. All right. Next question here. Second to last. What movie had a good concept, but it sucked? Saw the trailer, pumped for it. I'm going to say it first because you're going to agree with me, Tones. Prometheus.
Yeah, that's a good one.
We didn't know what it was about, but we knew it was a prequel to Alien.
Yeah.
And your fucking buddy Vinny just amped it up so much. We're going to go see the midnight showing. It's going to be sweet. And I walked out of there. I was like, what the fuck did I just watch? What the hell is going on? None of that movie made sense. And it's 2 a.m.
I think I ate a brownie before I saw that movie. So I really didn't know what was going on.
There's nothing. They never established a plot in that movie. I've rewatched it since. And I'm like, this movie is fucking terrible. And everybody agrees.
No, it was. I mean, if you go back, there is like something there. It's just so convoluted. It's hard to follow. And they came out with another one after that I heard was pretty
Covenant. Terrible.
Yeah.
Awful.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. But yeah, that had potential to be really cool. I agree with that. Mine, I went with Freddy vs. Jason. Not just, so hear me out. Not just Freddy vs. Jason, but the fact that they could have done spin-offs with other characters like, I don't know, Chucky versus Leatherface or, whatever, Michael Myers, throw him in there. Like, they could have had a whole fucking franchise. Like,
they kind of did that. I mean, you had Alien versus Predator soon after.
Right, well, they started doing that, but like I guess like the movies just weren't that good.
No,
so, like
terrible.
if they made it good, they could have like turned it into something. like Pinhead versus Michael Myers. I don't know. Like,
well, the Freddy Jason thing was that was foreshadowed for years prior, because in one of the Friday the 13th, you see Freddy's hand come and grab Jason.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah, I forget which Friday the 13th it was, but yeah, that was foreshadowed for years prior to that, and people had kept asking for it and asking. And I think there was a plan to do it earlier, but that sort of fell off, and then eventually they did wind up getting to it. Yeah,
means Jason fell asleep.
Yeah.
There's just so many of those movies; it's hard to keep track of. I've seen a couple here and there, but I mean, Jason Goes to Space, Jason Goes to Manhattan, like
Jason Goes to Manhattan is fantastic. I don't care.
Jason X,
I fucking love that movie.
Yeah, Jason X, like I think it was like Friday the 13th
that movie.
X
That was
whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not attracted to titties, but Jason X was like
you remember
my
that one?
exposure to titties. Like there was a big titty scene in there, and I was a kid.
Where he puts them in the sleeping bags.
Watching, yeah, the sleeping bags. They try to like seduce Jason and pull out the tits and just be like, try to like make him not a murderer. And then he sends that they cut to the scene and he's got them both of them in a sleeping bag and he's fucking bashing them against the wall.
Yeah. Yeah. Like have they forgotten what Jason kills people for in the first place?
Oh, tits could fix it. They threw two sluts in there. Threw two sluts in the Shark Tank. Show your tits and see what happens.
You added fuel to the fire.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. All right. Then final question here. What's the your favorite musically based movie? Because yours is La La Land, isn't it? I knew it.
No, it's not. It's a good movie, but
it's
mine
not.
is La La Land. Definitely. Mine is because I don't like musicals. I don't like musicals at all.
We don't need it on this.
We are
I did enjoy. I've been trying to get him to watch it. He refuses. It's a good movie. Like it has a good story. Like if you look past all the gay singing and dancing, it's not. It's good meat on the bones there.
It's a good story for sure.
Yeah,
but that's like the new Rocket Man is a musical too.
Okay, yeah, I didn't see that.
Won't be there.
Yeah, well, and I feel like the trailer doesn't really market it as that either, but it is. I was surprised by it. It's a musical, which is not as good as La La Land. So
there you go.
All right,
mine is School of Rock.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's the right answer. Shit.
I was between that and Sweeney Todd. I'm a big Sweeney Todd fan.
That's lame. Close.
Yeah. You ever see Sweeney Todd? Well, that's why I picked School of Rock because it's better. But like, the first one that came to mind was Sweeney Todd because that's like an actual musical. School of Rock.
Yeah.
Music in it.
I don't like musicals. I
agree, man. I don't.
Musicals are the worst. Just people like, look at me. I'm not good enough at acting to go to Hollywood, so I'm just gonna sing in your fucking face and be a dick. It's just look at me. I don't know.
So, oh, okay. I thought you didn't have an answer. I thought you just had this question.
I have.
You didn't like musicals.
You know how many movies Tom Hanks has directed?
No, how many?
One.
It was a musical?
Yes, kind of.
Oh, nice.
That Thing You Do.
Never seen it.
Never seen it. Yeah.
It's incredible. It's just about a band who has a fucking hit single, and it's about Tom Hanks taking them to the top.
Nice.
And then it's like they're the Beatles, basically, with the only one song. It's a one-hit wonder, but it's a legitimately incredible song. We'll put it as a closer for the episode.
So they just play the one song over and over again in the movie?
That's it. That's how they get big. That's how they get big time.
What I mean is, like, so if it's a musical, it'd have to have like multiple songs.
No, it's not a musical at all. It's just a movie about a band who has a great song. And then they just play it. They have nothing else.
So basically, you wanted to have this question just to say how much you hate musicals.
Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
I can live with that. I can live with that.
I didn't know, but unconsciously, that's like probably what happened.
Yeah.
Like I was writing this question. I was like, those fucking musicals, those pieces of shit, fucking cats.
I'm surprised you put it in there because I know how much you hate them. I mean, you hated that entire Buster Scruggs movie because of that opening scene.
Despised it.
Did you ever see that, Rob?
No.
That one on Netflix.
Terrible.
Wait. Buster Scruggs?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I actually liked it. I like the Coen brothers, so I'm really, really biased.
I do too.
I love the Coen brothers.
I like a couple of the stories, but like that opening scene with like Buster Scruggs, he hated it so much. He was like, "Fuck this movie."
Really? Oh, I thought that was awesome. I thought it was great. I thought like
I think it was terrible.
I loved it.
I was livid. I was livid with it. I didn't hate it. I was just like, this fucking movie. If this movie ending, had a face, I'd fucking slam it.
Yeah, but did you stick around for the whole movie or no?
Saw the whole thing.
How do you like the ending one? Oh my god, that end one.
I loved the gold miner. I love that
Goldminer is dope. Yeah.
with the animals that were near seeing the whole thing, and then he gets shot in the back. Like that was cool, but I was still so fucking heated about the intro of that movie. Or I was just
Liam Neeson one was dark.
Oh, it was super dark. It was definitely the darkest one in it. Yeah.
What was the last one? They were like
they were death. Yeah, they were death. They were symbolically death. Yeah, and they were taking these 3 people wherever. But yeah, I loved like they get so that one dude, I can't remember his name, the fucking the skinny guy, not the hitman, the distractor, I guess, right?
Okay, yeah.
He was awesome, like because he got so lighthearted and then immediately like turns into this like boogeyman. Yeah, and you're like, what the flying fuck, man. Yeah. I love it, but that's just the Coen brothers. They're just good at what they do. They're great.
But that one, they just messed up the beginning, and I was living the entire time. But yeah, all right, that's the show. Good show, Rob. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
Anytime.
Thanks.
Incredible time. All right, now it's time. We have fucking U.S. Open coverage until like 9 o'clock, and it's gonna be awesome. But until next time, Bomb Squad. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you later.